You can't buy a piece of Amazon. You can't invest in Apple's next iPhone. But right now, one man controls the most valuable private company in human history. And it isn't even his most ambitious project. SpaceX is worth more than Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman combined. And nobody outside a very exclusive room gets to own a single share. Here's the strange part. The company burns billions of dollars blowing up rockets on purpose. Its biggest customer is the same government that once laughed it out of meetings. And the product it's actually selling isn't rockets at all. By the end of this, you'll know exactly how SpaceX prints money, why its real business model has nothing to do with space, and why the economics of this empire are unlike anything ever built in human history. The numbers nobody talks about. Let's start with the size of this thing. In 2024, SpaceX was valued at approximately $350 billion. That number jumped from $180 billion just 2 years earlier. For context, that's more than the GDP of Finland, more than the entire net worth of Warren Buffett, more than every publicly traded airline on Earth put together. But here's what makes that number genuinely strange. SpaceX doesn't trade on any stock exchange. You cannot buy it. Regular investors cannot touch it. The only people holding equity are early employees, venture capital firms, who got in during seed rounds, and a handful of sovereign wealth funds that were invited, not the other way around. Elon Musk owns approximately 42% of the company. That stake alone, at current valuations, is worth more than $140 billion. And the company is still privately held because Musk refuses to go public. His exact words, "SpaceX has too much important work to do to be distracted by the quarterly earnings cycle." That's not arrogance, that's strategy. And it's worth understanding why. How it actually makes money. CTA. If you've ever wondered why billionaires play the long game while everyone else watches, stick with this. The answer is in the structure. SpaceX has 3 core revenue engines, and they are wildly different in scale. Engine 1. Launch contracts. NASA, the Department of Defense, and commercial satellite companies pay SpaceX to put things into orbit. A Falcon 9 launch costs clients roughly $67 million. A Falcon Heavy, the most powerful operational rocket on Earth, runs about $97 million per flight. Sounds expensive. But the old industry standard, United Launch Alliance's Atlas V rocket, charged $350 million per launch. SpaceX didn't just compete. It collapsed the entire pricing structure of an industry that had been overcharging the government for 50 years. By 2024, SpaceX had completed more than 300 Falcon 9 launches. And the rocket is reusable. Musk's team lands the first stage booster back on a drone ship in the ocean and flies it again. The same booster has been reused 19 times in some cases. The cost of a reflight drops to approximately $15 million in marginal terms. They're running the economics of an airline, not a rocket company, and they're the only ones who figured out how to do it. Engine 2. US government dependency. Here is the uncomfortable truth about SpaceX. The United States government is its single largest customer, and by a significant margin. NASA's Commercial Crew Program, the contract to ferry astronauts to the International Space Station, is worth $4.2 billion. The Artemis program, designed to put humans back on the moon, awarded SpaceX a $2.89 billion human landing system contract. The Department of Defense paid SpaceX $733 million in 2023 alone for national security launches. Total government revenue for SpaceX in 2023 was estimated at over $5 billion. The same government that couldn't keep shuttle flights under budget for 30 years now depends on a private company to access space at all. If SpaceX stopped taking government contracts tomorrow, the United States would have no independent human spaceflight capability. That's not a vendor relationship. That's leverage. Engine 3. Starlink, the real business. This is where the economics stop being impressive and start being genuinely unprecedented. Starlink is SpaceX's satellite internet service. As of early 2025, it has deployed more than 7,000 satellites into low Earth orbit, more satellites than all other operators in history combined. It serves more than 4 million subscribers in over 100 countries. Each subscriber pays between $120 and $500 per month depending on their plan. Do the math. At the low end, 4 million subscribers at $120 per month is $480 million per month in recurring revenue. That's nearly $6 billion annually from a single product line. And the customer base is still growing at double digits per quarter. But the bigger story is who is subscribing. Starlink isn't primarily selling to suburban American households who could just use their cable provider. It's selling internet to places that have never had reliable internet before. Remote villages in Africa, oil platforms in the Gulf of Mexico, maritime shipping routes, military operations in active conflict zones. Ukraine's military used Starlink terminals extensively starting in 2022, a contract reportedly worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The total addressable market for this product is quite literally every human being on Earth who lives outside a city. Morgan Stanley analysts in 2024 projected Starlink alone could be worth $200 billion as a standalone business by 2030. SpaceX owns 100% of it. The part that breaks the model. Here's the paradox at the center of all this. SpaceX is not currently profitable in the traditional sense. The company is pouring billions into Starship, its next-generation rocket that stands 123 meters tall, taller than the Statue of Liberty with her pedestal, and is designed to carry 100 people to Mars. Starship has already exploded spectacularly several times on its test flights. Each explosion cost roughly $100 million in hardware alone. Musk didn't call them failures. He called them rapid, unscheduled disassemblies and celebrated the engineering data each one produced. This is the fundamental tension in SpaceX's economics. The company generates serious cash from launches and Starlink. Then it deliberately sets enormous amounts of that cash on fire-building technology that has no current commercial application. No rational board of directors at a public company would approve this. Shareholders would revolt. The CEO would be fired, which is exactly why Musk refuses to take it public. The private structure isn't just a financial choice. It's the entire reason the company can exist in its current form. Public markets optimize for the next quarter. Musk is optimizing for the next century. The empire beyond rockets. Most people see one company. The real story is what happens when you connect all the pieces. SpaceX's economics don't exist in isolation. They sit inside a larger structure that makes the numbers even harder to comprehend. Musk also controls xAI, his artificial intelligence company, valued at $50 billion in 2024 after raising $6 billion in a single funding round. He controls X, formerly Twitter, which he purchased for $44 billion and has since restructured as a payments and media platform. He controls The Boring Company, building underground transit tunnels, and Neuralink, developing brain-computer interface technology currently in human trials. Subscribe. New video dropping this week.